It's story time. Yep. Oh. Wow, that's lag. That's a crazy lag too. So yeah, we're doing story. The main story. Let's see. Not Strange Plan. Strange Plan is tomorrow. We'll spend the whole day trying to find all of the new routes. Now it's Mira and the Lost Prophets. Visitor at the Community's True, and you should bring 2 Divine Intervention Scrolls. Divine Intervention. Divine Intervention. Now we gotta hope that I don't crash when I walk out this door. Shouldn't. It's night. Hey! See that tower? Remember last night? When I ran yesterday, when I ran in there, and I was like, "Oh wait, we should not be here." There. I'm sorry, no pilgrim of the matter. I'll have to ask you, but you're not here to visit anyone, are you? Anyone? Mira said you would come. I'll say you subdued me with magic and stole my key. It opens all 3 external doors. The upper back door is best. You'll need other keys for other doors inside. Search for the keys in desks. No one carries keys while on duty. Mira is in the prison keep in the cell on the far right. Mira said you'd bring scrolls to get out. Some of us are sympathetic to the priest. Kill an Orientor and you'll lose that sympathy. Here's the key to the entrance. Now get going. Don't kill anybody, you know. Boy. What the? Well, I was expecting this to look a lot better. We don't need keys. Somebody should have told them, yeah, we don't need keys per se.
What do you want?
Or no one comes here. What up? Oh no! Oh. Oh. Wait, did I just go? Yeah, I did. I did. I went around in a circle. I'm not afraid of you.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Mira!
Yes, Outlander, what may I do for you?
Yeah, there. Yes! I'll need one divine emerald for my escape. Getting out will be a lot faster and safer for you if you have one. But if you haven't got one yourself, maybe you find a way out. Now listen, here's my plan. Give me the divine intervention scroll. I'll meet you at the secret dissident priest's monastery at Holmerian. For safety, we'll travel separately. Okay. When you get out of here, look for a woman named Blada Hadriera on the east docks of Ebonheart. Oh no. Tell her I sent you and that you want to go fishing. To bring you down by a boat. I'll meet you there, and we'll get the lost prophecies from Galvis, the leader of the priests. And magic conceals the entrance. Speak to Varna, a monk on the dock, about the hidden entrance. Oh, look, I'm gonna be honest. I've never used the Divine Intervention Scroll, so I don't know where this thing's gonna take me. I'm gonna be honest. It's supposed to take you to some... Oh no, are we in Evan? Oh, well. I needed to come here. But this is not how I wanted to come here. These are not the terms I wanted to come here, right? Wait. Oh, Grand Council Chamber. Ebonheart. Oh my god. There's nothing I can do about this lag here. It's just the mod that I did earlier causes this. And there's water. Ah, the boat. I know who she's talking about. That's the easy part. My god, it's so laggy. Help. I think I can make this jump. Do I know you? Right, you're Solomon. My friend said you might want to go fishing. I know a fine place. Excellent fishing, my friend. Nora says that it's her favorite fishing spot. You ready to go? Yes, good. I'm ready to take you to Honda anytime you're ready to travel. And I'll be here to offer that service I'm in need. Oh!
Someone watching me. I can tell.
Better. Mm-hmm. I'm very a monk of Hunderman. The monastery is here on this island. Take the stone passage pathway north from the docks. The path uphill. The entrance is hidden by a magical shield. Wait or rest at the head of the path, and the portal will open at dusk and dawn only. The magical twilight hours sacred to Azura. Mira Milo has told us you're coming. You can find her in the library with Master Bardo. Later, I can arrange for your return to Bevins whenever you are ready. Okay. Okay, I'm up the till. This it? Between dusk. Oh! Oh. Oh boy. Who am I talking to? You?
Please join me.
Ah. Did I right?
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Yes, Outlander. How do you do?
Hey, thank you, Solomon, for rescuing me. Now I'll stay here. What manner? Library? Solomon? I'm Master Galvez Bardo, the abbot of Monastery. Thank you for helping my... It's in Lost Prophecy. I believe we can help you. I have reviewed the apographs. Those are a thing. Found two passages of particular interest. We made copies of these passages to give you. Many are familiar with the two Navarian prophecies current among the Ashlanders called The Stranger and the Seven Visions. I don't think I've read the Seven Visions yet. We have two other prophecies. The Lost One, Lost Prophecies, and the Seven Curses that may offer additional insight into the riddles surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. Perhaps these are the lost prophecies that your friend Nabai Masa told you about? We also prepared a document for you called Kagrani's Tools. This document will explain to you and to others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the true history of the tribunal and the corrupt nature of their divine powers. It is to conceal the secret that the temple prosecutes the Navarian and the dissident priests. This persecution must stop. We must be united against the true enemy, Dagoth War, and if you are the Navarian, must lead us against him. Someone who's speaking normal for once. Alright, so we got 3 pages of laziness, probably. Well, like 3 things to read. That's a short one. You can tell how short they are by how fast I scroll through. 7. Ministry. Yeah. Wait, is that it? Oh, wait, he'll give you 3 more books? Navarre. By the way, here's a few books from our library you might find of interest. Each gives a very different impression of Navarre. I have recently discovered what happened to Navarre after his death. You won't find that in any library. It's lost in the annal of temple history. Right after his death, Navarre was made into a unique bone walker, a Domari honor. It was the tribunal's way of honoring their former lord Navarre, while betrayed or not, was still dear to Al-Misivi after death. Real Navarre. I hope you find the books useful. Please stop coming. Why is everyone coughing? Is everyone who? Why is everybody suddenly? Oh, it's gone. Oh wow. So, look, I need a place to read. Got a place to read.
This is a grand day. Greetings.
Carter? What are you running here? You got looks like an axe? Whoa. Those are I mean, there's
I am never
mm.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Good talk. Training? Sneak the hands. So, we have a ton of stuff to read.
Welcome, Outlander.
Yeah, you better.
Yes, Outlander. How do you do?
Oops. I hit the... I'm just looking for people who have training right. Apparently, no one does. One person does. Disappointing. Mm-hmm. Well, now what? Hmm. What's my reputation? Hmm. So, I have a bunch of stuff to read now. Who's up for story time? Let's do it. Also, a couple other things I want to read, so I'm actually going to teleport back home. One button. Huh. Boing. So we're gonna actually read all of these after. Wish we could sit. Can we sit in this game? Sit mods. There's a sitting mod. What? We have to now. We have to. We have to now. We have to. We have to do that now. We have to get this mod. Oh my god. It said even though you're always, because I want a sitting mod. I want to sit in front of the fire and read. The Seven Cities. Oh, from the brother. The sitting mod. So how do we activate it? Some animations. You know what? Suddenly I don't want to sit. I don't. I want to try it, but at the same time, it's one of the mods that actually, if it screws up, I can't remove it because it's too. It causes massive integration into the game. So we would be kind of screwed if it messes up, and I'm like, oh, I can't fix this now. Fine. Well, I'll just stand right here. It'll be like sitting, okay? Almost like. So tools, State Navarre, Seven Curses, The Lost Prophecy, Steel Navarre, Alarm Moon and Star. So we got Kagana. Let's just start from the beginning. The Lost Prophecy. From the Alpacraft. The Dissident Priest, noted by Galvez Barleo, the Abbot of Hungleman, from seventh sign of 11th generation, neither Hound nor Gnar, nor Seed nor Harrow, but Dragonborn and Farstar embarked, Outlander incarnate beneath Red Mountain, blessed guest, Seven Curses. Star blessed hand wields thrice cursed blade to reap the harvest of the unborn house. Dragonborn. Notes. Lines 1 to 3. Of ancient family, but not of the four great Ashlander clans, born under foreign stars in the sign of the dragon, Imperial Sun. Lines 4 to 5. Outlander incarnate appears as a form a formal epithet stressing the linkage between the words. The Outlander incarnate is a blessed guest, one not born of the tribes but accepted as a guest with rights of hearth and hospitality under Red Mountain. He will confront and balance against seven curses. The seven curses prophecy also Dagobah is served by his seven kin. Once great wizard lords called Ash Vampires by the Ashlanders. Line 6-7. Starblessed suggests Azura, Daedra Lord, and patron of magic, fate, and prophecy. Christ's curse blade may refer to the weapon called Kneeing, associated in certain legends with the Battle of Red Mountain and Dwemer Craft Lord Hagrid. Reap the harvest is a reference to the proverb, you harvest from the seed land, which means you get what your labor deserves in both a positive sense of reward and negative sense of punishment. The Unworn House could either be both the lost great houses of the Dwemer, House Drummer or House Dagoff? I'm thinking Dagoff. Well, that's what we just read. Okay, yeah, we read False Prophecy. I gotta keep track of this stuff. Okay, so what are the we were told about seven curses? No. On the opportunity, okay, through the doors of the unworn house, where scoffers scoff and schemers scheme, from the halls of the oath-breaking house brings seven curses of God's blasphemy. The first curse, curse of fire. The second curse, curse of ash. The third curse, curse of flesh. Fourth curse, curse of ghosts. Fifth curse, curse of seed. Sixth curse, curse of despair. And the seventh curse is the curse. We've seen fire and we've seen flesh, which I'll assume is the corpus disease. We've seen ghosts around. Seen the dreams. Ambiguous may refer lines 1 to 3. Ambiguous refer to the impiety of the God mocking House Swimmer, or the treacherous diplomacy of the subtle House Dagoff, or both. House Dagoff, however, was reviled as oath-breaking for its treachery at Red Mountain. It may, however, refer to unspecified broken oaths of peace between Lord Navarre and Lord Dumac, founders of the Grand Council. Navarre and Dumac were loyal friends until the disagreements between the Dwemer and other great houses broke out in open conflict. The Dwemer were the mockers and profaners of the divine. The curse of fire and ash would come from Red Mountain, where Dagoff rules. These were the earliest reported threats from Red Mountain. Curse of flesh suggests blight diseases, especially corpus. Yep. The fire and ash storms preceded the threats of blight and corpus. Obscure may refer to as yet unrecognized threats from Dagoff rule. Recent reports of soul sickness and disturbed dreams come from the townsfolk and ashers alike. That the seventh and final curse has begun suggests the threat present is about to reach a crisis. Yeah, that would make sense. Let's see. Well, how about... Wait. Did we... We didn't read Seven Visions. Or did we? Gotta go get the vision. That's tax record. Technically. Seven Visions. Seven Visions. Did I read this? These are the words of the prophecy called Seven Visions of Seven Trials Incarnate. I wrote them down as she spoke them. Seven trials. What he puts to it, what he puts his hands to, that shall be done. What is left undone, that shall be done. The first trial. On a certain day, uncertain parents, incarnate moon and star reborn. Trial 2. Neither blight nor age can harm him. The curse of flesh before him flies. So, this is... We've done the first two trials. In cavern dark, Azura's eye see, and makes shine the moon and star. Okay? A stranger's voice unites the houses. 3 halls call him Hothror. A stranger's hand unites the Velity. 4 tribes call him Navarian. He honors blood of the tribe unmourned. For sins it is reborn. His mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, redeems the mad. He speaks the law for Valof's people, speaks for their land, and names them great. That's the 7 visions. I feel like you're not going to understand anything going on unless we read these, so... Wait, we read the 7 curses, by the way. Now, we read the 7 curses. The Lost Prophecy. The tools. Let's do the tools next. Summarized. Beneath Red Mountain, Dwemer miners discovered a great magical stone. By diverse methods, Lord Tagranus, High Priest and Mage Crafter of the ancient Dwemer, determined that this magical stone was the heart of the god Lorkhan, cast here in the Dawn Era as a punishment for his mischief in the mortal world. Determined to use its divine powers, create a new god for the exclusive benefit of the Dwemer, Tagran forged 3 great enchanted artifacts, which are called Tagran's tools. Wraithguard is an enchanted gauntlet to protect its wearer from destruction when tapping the heart's power. Sunder is an enchanted hammer. Strike the power and produce the exact volume and quantity of power desired. Heating is an enchanted blade that is used to focus the power that rises from the heart. When Kagras used these tools on the heart in the Battle of the Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Navarre and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools and didn't know what to do with them. Navarre asked Dagoth to guard the tools while he went to consult with his counselors. Bevik, Alexmixia, and Sotha Sil. He left and spoke with his 3 counselors, and they decided to return together to Red Mountain to decide what to do. But while Navarre was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the powers of the tools. When Navarre and the counselors arrived, he refused to give up the tools, claiming that he's sworn to Navarre to protect them. Then Dagoth fought with Navarre and the other counselor, was mortally wounded and driven off. The tools were recovered. Then Navarre and his counselors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They all swore a great oath to never use the tools. After Navarre's death, yielded to temptation. They took these tools themselves and went to Lokar's heart, buried beneath Red Mountain, and gave themselves divine powers. But Dagon had not died. We don't know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experiments with Kangranus tools had joined him to the heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the heart. We conjure that Dagoth War, driven by anger and greed, used the heart without caution and restraint, and as a result, he has become terribly powerful and terribly mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint in their use of the tool. And so they were not driven mad, and they did many good things. Nevertheless, the tribunal, too, appear to have been corrupted by the heart's power, though more subtly. Agranus' tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly, and fated to disaster. The tribunal is losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth mad. They grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth. But even if they could, would we be wise to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us out of shame. They prosecuted the Navarrian and the dissident priests out of shame, when they should be welcoming them and enlisting their aid against Dagoth. The tribunal has done much good for Morrowind and the Dumber. They succumbed to the temptation of Agranus' tools, and though these tools once may have seemed the instruments of salvation, now they must be seen as instruments of doom. That doesn't sound right. Because, we read the Battle of Red Mountain. Navarre at Red Mountain. Following the present day Morrowind was contested ground. Until Dagoth arrived and discovered the source of the prevailing power of the Rammers. Tribunal urged Navarre again to make war with the dwarves. The war. Now in the fields, back in Rema, to protect the tools and the heart chamber until he returned. But shouldn't we destroy these tools at once, so they might never be used for evil again? But only those tools by his wounds, his sorrow, for he still loved her. Yeah. I will ask the tribunal what to do. Then Navarre told his queen and generals that the trainer should learn how to use this power, so that Navarre might. Navarre did I expect to want this, so he asked his queen and generals to help him summon Azura. Yeah. See this is this the if the Battle of Red Mountain is the true one, like this one. The hidden writings of the Tribunal Temple is a scholarly retelling transmitted through the Ashlanders concealing. Ashlanders associate this tale with the telling of a shield companion of Navarre who came. There are many variants, but the primary elements are consistent throughout the tradition. The murder of Navarre, the tragic fate of Dale, and the profane source of doctrine as ignorant Ashlanders. See, that's the problem with this, is I read that one. Wait. Alright, Red Mountain. Oh. Yeah. We have another. Yeah, another one. Alright, Red Mountain. Let's see, only problem is like you it's so like it's like two sides trying to explain a story and you have no idea who to believe. Never from the Emperor. Out in the Walls prophecy. Yeah, there's another one. I have another one. For the battle at Red Mountain. I think I thought I had. I know. Or a Red Mountain. What? The Battle of Red Mountain. Yes. That this one. Now, what does this say? And the rise and fall of the tribunal. The following is a transcript from the words of Lord Vivek addressed to the destined priest. Fronted Vivek with the Ashlander tradition surrounded the Battle of Red Mountain. Prophecies of the Navarre and two unnamed who joined Vivek in interrogating the. Who can really clearly recall the events of the distant past? But you have asked me to tell you, in my own words, the events surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain, the birth of the tribunal, and the prophecies of the Navarre reborn. So apparently, hang on. So this is Lord Vivek. This is one of the tribunal gods. One of the tribunals. When Chimera first abandoned and the herds and tents of their nomadic ancestors, they built the first. Built the first grey houses. We loved the Daedra and worshipped them as gods. But our brethren, the Dwemer, scorned the Daedra and mocked our foolish rituals, and preferred instead their gods of reason and logic. So the Chimer and Dwemer were always at bitter war. So the Norbs came and invaded Restane. Only then did the Chimer and Dwemer put away their strife, join together, cast out the invaders. Once the Nords were driven out, General Navarre of the Chimer and General Dumac of the Dwemer, who had come to love and respect one another, resolved to make a peace between their peoples. In that time, I was but a junior counselor to Navarre, and Navarre's queen, Almelixia, and his other favorite counselor. Sodov always doubted that such a peace might long survive. given the bitter disputes between Chimer and Dwemer. By negotiation and compromise, Navarre and Dumac somehow managed to preserve a fragile peace. When Dagoth Ul, Lord of House Dagoth, and trusted as a friend by both Navarre and the Dwemer, brought us proof that High Engineer Kodak of the Dwemer had discovered the heart of Locan, and that he had learned how to tap his power and was building a new god, a mockery of Chimer's faith and a fearsome weapon. We all urged Navarre to make war on the dwarves and to destroy this threat to Chimer beliefs and security. Navarre was troubled. He went to Dumac and asked what was true, but Kangra took great offense and asked whom Navarre thought he was, that he might presume to judge the affairs of the Dwemer. Navarre was further troubled and made pilgrims to Hulamanian, the sacred temple of Azura. And Azura confirmed that all that Dagavor said was indeed true, and that the creation of a new god of the Dwemer should be prevented at all costs. When Navarre came back and told us what the goddess had said, we felt our judgments confirmed, and again counseled him to war, chiding Navarre for his naive trust in friendship and reminding Navarre of his duty to protect the faith and security of the Chimer against the impiety and dangerous ambitious of the Dwemer. Then Navarre went back to Varenfall one last time, hoping that negotiations and compromise might once again preserve the peace. But this time, Navarre and Dumac quarreled bitterly, and as a result, the Chimers went to war. The Dwemer were well defended by their fortress at Red Mountain, but Navarre's cutting drew most of Dumac's armies out into the field and pinned them there. While Navarre, Dagoth, and a small group of companions could make their way into the Heart Chamber by secret means. There, Navarre, the Chimer King, met Dumac, the Dwarf King, and they both collapsed from grievous wounds and draining magic. With Dumac fallen and threatened by Dagoth and others, Kenric turned his tools upon the heart, and Navarre said, "We saw Krumat, all his drama commandments at once disappear from the world. In that instant, Dwemer everywhere disappeared without a trace, but Kermic's tools remained. Dagoth seized them, and he carried them to Navarre, saying, "That fool Kagrans has destroyed his own people with these things. We must destroy them." Wait. Dagoth seized them and he carried them to Navarre, saying, "Oh, okay. We should destroy them right away, lest they fall into the wrong hands." But Navarre was resolved to confer with his queen and his generals, who had foreseen that this war would come. Council he would not ignore again. I asked the tribunal what we would do with them. See, that was the mistake. That's the thing. He kept going back to his council about this. All three say the same thing, that he went back to the council as, "What should we do with these tools?" instead of listening to Dagoth and being like, "Destroy them." That's the problem with this thing. I've heard this several times that he keeps going back. And they keep saying that he told Dagoth to stay in the Heart Chamber. Was resolved to confer with his queen and generals, who was foreseeing that this war would come. I will ask the tribunal what to do with them, for they have had wisdom in the past that I had not. Stay here, loyal Dagoth, I returned. So Navarre told Dagoth to protect the pools and the Heart Chamber until he returned. Then Navarre was carried to us, where we waited on the slopes of Red Mountain, and he told us all that transpired under Red Mountain. What Navarre had said was that the Dwemer had used special tools to turn their people into immortals, and that they had wondrous power. Only later did we hear from others present, that Daggerful had thought the Dwemer destroyed, not made immortal, and no one knows for sure what really happened there. See? It's like asking 3 different people to tell your version of the story. And then you realize which one is telling the truth. After hearing Navarre, we gave our counsel that he requested, proposing we should preserve these tools in trust for the welfare of the Trimer people, and who knows, perhaps the Dwemer are not gone forever, but merely transported to some distant realm from which they may someday return to threaten our security once again. Therefore, we need to keep these tools, to study them and their principles, so that we may be safe in future generations. And though Navarre voiced his grave misgivings, he was willing to be ruled by our council under one condition, that we would altogether should swear a solemn oath upon Azura that the tools would never be used in the profane manner that the Dwemer had intended. We all readily agree and swore solemn oaths at Navarre's dedication. I have no idea. So then, I went with Navarre back into Red Mountain and met with Daggerful. Daggerful refused to deliver the tools to us, saying they were dangerous and we could not touch them. Tools seemed to be irrational, insisting that only he could be trusted with the tools. Then we guessed that he had somehow been affected by his handling of the tools. But now I feel sure that he had privately learned the powers of the tools and had in some confused way decided he must have them for himself. Then Navarre and our guards resorted to the force. Fool and his retainers escaped, but we gained the tools and delivered them to Celso for study and safekeeping. For some years we kept the oaths we swore to Azura with Navarre, but during that time in secret, Sodasil must have studied the tools and divined their mysteries. And at last he came to us with a vision of a new world of peace, with justice and honor for nobles, and health and prosperity for the commoners. With the tribunal as immortal patrons and guides, and dedicating ourselves to this vision of the better world, we made a pilgrim to Red Mountain and transformed ourselves with the power of the tools. In other words, and no sooner than we had completed our rituals and began to discover our newfound powers, the Daedra Lord Azura appeared and cursed us for our forsworn oath. By her powers of prophecy, she assured us that her champion Navarre, true to his oath, would return to punish us for our perfidy, and to make sure such profane knowledge may never again be used to mock and defy the will of the gods. To her, the old gods are cruel and arbitrary, and distant from the hopes and fears of man. Your age is past. We are the new gods, born of the flesh and wise, and caring of the needs of the people. Perish your threats, children. Insistent spirit, we are bold and fresh, and will not fear you. And then in that moment, all Trimer were changed into dumber, and our skins turned ashen, and our eyes into fire. Of course, we only knew at that time that this had happened to us. But Azura said, "This is not my act, but your act. You have chosen your fate and the fate of your people, and all the Dahmer shall share your fate from now to the end of time. You think yourselves gods, but you are blind, and all is darkness." And Azura left us alone in darkness, and we were all afraid, but we put on brave faces and went forth from Red Mountain to build a new world of our dreams. And the new world we shaped was glorious and generous. The worship of the Dahmer, firmer and grateful. The Dahmer were at first afraid of their new faces, but to them, saying that it was not a curse but a blessing, a sign that their change of their changed natures and a sign of the special favor they might enjoy as Numar. What? No longer barbarians trembling before ghostly spirits, but civilized Murs. Directly to their immortal friends and patrons, the three faces of the tribunal. And we were all inspired by Sota Sil's speech and vision, and took heart. And over time, we crafted the customs and institutions of a just and honorable society, and the land of rising new millennia of peace, equality, and prosperity unknown to other savageries. But beneath Red Mountain, Dagaful had survived, and even as the light of our bold new world shined even more brightly, beneath Red Mountain the darkness gathered, a darkness that was close kin to the bright light that's coaxed from the heart of Loken with the tools of... As the darkness grew, we fought it. We crafted walls to confine it, but we never could destroy it, for the source of the darkness was the same source as the source of our own divine inspiration. In our words, this says it right here. They could not destroy it because the source was the source of Dagaful's power was the same as their power. In other words, they were willing to let Dagaful run amok, because they won't destroy the heart, which both sides are using. In these latter years of Morrowind, reduced to a subjugated province of the Restoring Empire, as the glory of the temple fades and the dark tides rise from Red Mountain, we are reminded of Azura and our promised champion's return. We have waited blind and in darkness, mere shadows drained from our ancient ardent vision, in shame of our folly, in fear of our judgment, in hope of our deliverance. We do not know if the Outlander, claiming to fulfill the prophecies of the Navarian, is our old companion Navar reborn, or a pawn of the Empire, or a Catspaw of Azora, or some simple twist of fate. But we insist you adhere to the Temple's doctrine, confirmed to the strictures, dividing the hieroglypha. Wow, these words from the apocrypha, and that you not speak that which must not be spoken openly. Act as a dutiful priesthood in accordance with your views of obedience to the canon, archcanon, and all will be forgetting. Defy me, and you will know what it is to stand against a god. So is this somebody? I guess this is Varric. Okay. I mean, so that's Vivek's tale. That's his side of the story, and apparently, even he can admit that. Even he admits that Azora, that apparently Azora appeared long after they started using, like, they decided to not use the tools, and then Navar passed away. He died. And then that's from Vivek's account, that's when they started using the tools, and then Azora appeared and then turned them all into Dumber. See, the thing is, there's a tale that one of these say that they killed Navar, and then Azora suddenly appeared and was like, no, this is wrong, and turned them into Dumber. Oddly enough, I'm inclined to believe Vivek's Vivek's story about what happened at Red Mountain. So anyway, we still got 3 stories. We still got 3 things to read here, which I'm gonna do. But quick break.